Xiao looked at Duan Tianhong and slowly smiled. Senior, driving out the evil force is not that simple, so you need to be prepared. The power of the sacred flame should not be underestimated. Ha ha ha. Go ahead, young man. Don't hold back. These old bones of mine are still quite sturdy. Duan Tianhong laughed. But in a moment, we'll do it like this. Not to annihilate it? Xiao was startled by these words. This guy is still of great use. He can't die just yet. Do as I said. Everything is under the control of our forged blade Thunder Valley, Duan Tianhong said, his golden cloak gently swaying behind him as he removed his silver armor, revealing a muscular and powerful chest. Gulu gulu. From his chest, a strong and steady heartbeat resounded, and at the center of his chest, an intensely dark mass exuded, like a malevolent worm that feeds on human blood, radiating an overwhelming aura of evil. SSSSS. What a powerful evil force. Xiao expression grew solemn. He could tell from just this black liquid that the enemy was definitely not a simple opponent. Feier. Witnessing such a terrifying scene, Duan Qifei, who was nearby and still absorbing the reincarnation token, frowned, sensing the overwhelming energy. Whoosh! Seeing this, Xiao naturally couldn't just stand by. The radiant power of the sacred flame enveloped Duan Qifei's delicate figure, helping her to smoothly absorb the reincarnation token. The reincarnation token was originally something she was born with, but it had been sealed away for a long time. Reintegrating it required some time. Thank you. Seeing Xiao actions, Duan Tianhong expressed his gratitude. Senior, this evil force. Xiao couldn't help but ask as he stared at the pitch-black liquid on Duan Tianhong's chest. This was the first time he had encountered such a formidable evil force. This is the essence of a king from the Burning Soul clan, part of the extraterritorial evil clan. Back then, I was fortunate enough to discover that this extraterritorial evil clan had sinister intentions toward the eastern continent. With the combined power of the great heavenly seed and my battle soul, I managed to annihilate their entire clan. However, I offended a true powerhouse within the extraterritorial evil clan because of it, and it was only thanks to the intervention of the Master of Ferocious Souls that I was saved. However, they didn't realize that the king of the Burning Soul clan was a being on par with a perfect 4-star Docian. In that battle, although I destroyed their entire clan, this guy, risking his life, unleashed his ultimate move. In the end, I had no choice but to seal him inside my body, in hopes of finding the sacred flame to completely eradicate him. Thankfully, the heavens did not let me down, Duan Tianhong smiled. Senior, awaken this evil force. With your power, mine, and the sacred flame, we can easily destroy him. As Xiao spoke, the sacred flame crystals of the Fireheart heavenly rock emerged on his body, with brilliant earth-yellow liquid and flames intertwining. All right, I've been waiting for you to say that. Duan Tianhong's voice boomed like thunder, echoing through the space of lightning. Rumble. The moment Duan Tianhong's voice fell, silvery lightning began to seep from beneath his skin, with such intensity that even the black liquid trembled. As expected from someone with a thunder-type great heavenly seed. Even Xiao, protected by the sacred flame, felt a surge of awe. The power of Duan Tianhong's silver lightning was nearly on par with his sacred flame. Shush shush, Duan Tianhong. The next instant, a voice full of immense resentment roared from within the black liquid on his chest. Ha ha ha. Xiamo. Today is the day of your final demise. Sensing the silhouette hidden within the black liquid gradually awaken, Duan Tianhong burst into laughter. Demise. Duan Tianhong, you underestimate my Burning Soul clan. I am the king of the Burning Soul clan. How could I fall at your hands? Rest assured, it won't be long before the true rulers of the extraterritorial evil clan wage full-scale war against your great 1,000 worlds. When that time comes, none of your living beings will escape. The dark liquid showed no hint of fear, its tone laced with sharp menace. Don't worry, you won't live to see that day. 1,000 Thunder Immortal Bind. In an instant, countless strands of silver lightning erupted around Duan Tianhong. Each bolt seemed to carry the power to obliterate everything, filling the space with an oppressive atmosphere. Brother Xiao, I'm counting on you now. Duan Tian's aura fluctuated wildly, and a faint pallor appeared on his face. The recent attack had clearly targeted not just the black liquid, but also inflicted harm upon himself. Duan Tianhong, the undisputed overlord of the Eastern continent, had sacrificed his essence to temporarily seal the black liquid's sinister force, giving Xiao precious time to proceed with purification. Leave the rest to me. Xiao, who had been agonizing over how to completely seal Xiao's power, an entity on par with the perfect 4-star Do Xian, steeled his resolve in the face of what seemed like an apocalyptic challenge. With everything ready, Xiao activated the flame mantra, his internal energy surging. He gently placed the earthen yellow sacred flame crystal before his chest. Sacred flame. Exorcise evil. Reacting instinctively to the lingering wicked power on Duan Tianhong, the sacred flame crystal erupted with brilliant yellow light, flooding the entire Thunder Realm. Before Xiao, the yellow radiance coalesced into enigmatic, powerful runes filled with purifying might. The runes shot forward, striking the black liquid on Duan Tianhong's chest with unstoppable force. This is sacred flame? Impossible. At that moment, the black liquid exuded palpable unease. As part of the extraterritorial evil clan, it recognized the annihilating power of the sacred flame. If its essence was struck by the sacred flame's core energy, its obliteration would be inevitable. For the first time, Xiao, the proud ruler of the Burning Soul clan, felt a chilling fear wash over him. No, I can't just sit and wait for death. I must escape. The next moment, the black liquid quivered violently. In an act of desperation, it tore free from Duan Tianhong's chest and darted toward the void. Surprisingly, the usually resilient Duan Tianhong did not resist its escape. Duan Tianhong, and you, wielder of the sacred flame, next time we meet, I will destroy you both. Farewell for now. The black liquid shot toward the pulsating void, eager to escape. Xiao, this battle was destined to be my victory the moment I destroyed your Burning Soul clan. Thunder-type Heavenly Seed. Battle Soul. Seal it. A voice, rich with laughter and laced with ferocity, tore through the space, freezing the entire Thunder Realm in an instant. The fleeing black liquid was imprisoned mid-escape. This can't be. Xiao's disbelief mirrored his terror. A trap. Realization dawned on him as dread set in. The evil clan kings all bore distinct marks tied to their strongholds. If one perished, their supreme leader would know immediately. Duan Tianhong, a 5-star Do Xian, combined with a sacred flame wielder, could effortlessly annihilate him, a perfect 4-star Do Xian. But instead, they had deliberately allowed his escape, only to trap him as he left Duan Tianhong's body. Not so fast. Get back here. Duan Tianhong's roar reverberated as he tightened the black liquid's confinement and pulled it before him. Xiao, now completely subdued, could only seethe in helpless fury. Elder, what are you planning? Xiao asked, controlling the sacred flame crystal and preparing to obliterate Xiao entirely. Many know that I sealed Xiao within me, which has significantly weakened my power. Now that he's expelled, my strength will soon return to its peak, Duan Tianhong explained. Moreover, you must have noticed something unusual. You encountered 2 members of the Soul Clan during the first phase of the competition. Coupled with intelligence I've gathered, it seems the extraterritorial evil clan has made moves against our eastern continent. Their influence has infiltrated both the competitors and our forged blade Thunder Valley. If Xiao dies, they will sense it. This would disrupt the war we've so meticulously planned. This battle was their retaliation against our valley, but it also marks the beginning of our eastern continent's declaration of war against the extraterritorial evil clan, Duan Tianhong declared resolutely. You are truly noble, Elder, Xiao responded with a nod. This was clearly a conflict far beyond his current capabilities. The Xiao was originally sealed within me. My odds of winning this war were barely 30%. But now, thanks to the Xiao matter, my chances have risen to 70%, Duan Tianhong said with a heartfelt smile. Is there anything I can do to help? Xiao asked softly. As a sacred flame wielder, he felt a natural obligation to eliminate the extraterritorial evil clan. Just protect Feier, Duan Tianhong replied. This time, the extraterritorial evil clan is attacking our eastern continent largely to capture Feier. If her identity as a reincarnator awakens, it could pose a significant threat to them. After the Eastern Continent competition and later the Four Continents competition, if possible, take her back to the human realm. The ghost realm isn't suitable for her. At the very least, protect her until she awakens. Duan Tianhong's tone carried a hint of helplessness. Understood, Xiao nodded, glancing at Duan Qifei, whose aura flickered faintly. A reincarnator. Huh? I wonder when she'll awaken. Sometimes, immense power can be more of a burden than a blessing. Duan Tianhong said wistfully, his gaze lingering on Feier's brow, where a faint silver thunder merged with her essence. As her mother once said, it would be better if Feier could live an ordinary life like other girls. But with her identity as a reincarnator, the dangers and enemies she'll face will undoubtedly be vicious and relentless. With great power comes great responsibility, Xiao mused, shaking his head as the faces of Mu Yingying and Xun'er surfaced in his mind. Still, to protect the ones we cherish, we must strive to grow stronger. All right, you should go now, Duan Tianhong said. The second stage of the competition should begin soon. Once Feier awakens, I'll have her seek you out. Got it. Xiao nodded lightly. In a flash, Duan Tianhong sent him back. Xiao, this time, I will ensure that your extraterritorial evil clan pays dearly. As his words fell, Duan Tianhong sealed the black liquid, bound tightly by silver thunder, into his storage ring. He also created the illusion of a sinister black mass on his chest, its purpose a mystery. A descendant of the Xiao clan, huh? With Xiao departure, Duan Qifei completed her fusion. Her lips parted slightly, and a majestic thunderous sound emerged. A melody like sacred hymns, though Duan Tianhong did not hear it. Phew. The thunder explosion technique and thunder god scroll, this first stage was worthwhile no matter how you look at it. Back in his room, Xiao prepared to cultivate the Do skill, only to be interrupted by knocking from Yunran and Lu Qing. What's up? Opening the door, Xiao saw their unusual expressions and asked curiously. The rules for the second stage of the competition have been announced, the women said, entering the room and seating themselves at the wooden table. After sipping some tea, they spoke again. Huh. Xiao realized he had spent too long in the treasure pavilion. The second stage was already upon them. The second stage is unusual. It's a soul-based competition, Lu Qing said, her enchanting voice filling the room. A soul-based competition? Xiao exclaimed, shocked. While Xiao couldn't compare to the Eastern Continent's prodigies in Do-Chi cultivation, when it came to soul power, he was unparalleled. Having trained in alchemy from a young age, his soul strength was deeply rooted and steady. And the rewards this time are extraordinary. The first place winner will receive a soul-based attack Do skill, Yunran added, her voice echoing with excitement. What? Xiao mouth twitched in astonishment. A soul-based attack Do skill. Its value was comparable to, if not greater than, the Thunder God Scroll. You're a 4th-rank immortal level, heaven-grade alchemist. Your soul power must already be at the immortal realm. You have a great chance of winning this, Lu Qing said joyfully. The registration period has been ongoing for 9 days. Tomorrow is the final day, Yunran said. But judging by the current turnout, the numbers aren't promising. Only a few hundred have registered, and less than a handful possess immortal realm soul power. Let's go register today, Xiao said with a faint smile. Although he already had the eerie sound of oblivion, another powerful soul-based Do skill would only add to his strength. Hey, did you hear? The second stage is a soul competition. Soul power is such a mysterious thing. Aside from alchemists and a few specialists, who else can participate? Although our Do-Chi is not weak, when facing formidable soul experts, our Do skills are often disrupted by their soul power before we can even utilize them. This disparity in strength means that defeat is inevitable for us. In the center of the mountain range where tens of thousands of disciples reside within the Thunder Realm, waves of complaints echoed continuously. "Hey kid, if you're not signing up, move aside. Can't you see you're blocking my way to register?" As Xiao and two women approached the registration point, they were loudly reprimanded by a burly man from behind. The registration area was located within a bamboo grove. Outside the grove, sparse lines of people queued for registration, though the crowd was relatively thin. "Sigh. Trouble really seems to follow beautiful women," Xiao muttered inwardly with resignation. Clearly, the pure and untainted aura emanating from Lu Qing, combined with Rain Ruoran's mature, elder sister demeanor, made the two women not only stunningly beautiful but also radiating top-tier charisma. Inevitably, they attracted some unnecessary attention for Xiao. "You." Rain Ruoran frowned upon hearing this. However, when her gaze fell upon the burly man's chest, where a first-rank, Emperor-class alchemist badge was pinned, she immediately fell silent. "Humph. Just a mere first-rank, Emperor-class alchemist," Lu Qing scoffed. Her delicate eyebrows arched as she released an intense surge of soul power, causing the burly man to shudder involuntarily in fear. What overwhelming soul power! "It seems these three are not to be trifled with," the man muttered to himself. As he considered retreating into the crowd, his gaze inadvertently fell upon the man standing between the two women. He noticed Xiao fastening something onto his chest. Curious, the man glanced over. An immortal-class alchemist badge? Impossible. That brief glance struck him like a bolt of lightning, leaving his body frozen in place. "Now, can you make way?" Xiao asked softly after fastening the badge, wasting no more time on the man. "My lord, I apologize for my ignorance. Here, take these emperor-grade pills. Though their rank is humble, please accept them as a token of my apology for any offense caused earlier." "Right this way, my lord." The man was drenched in sweat, a deep fear of death looming over him. After all, he had inadvertently provoked a fourth-rank, immortal-level, heaven-grade alchemist. A figure of such standing could easily crush him 100 times over if they so desired. "Next registrant." Before long, a lazy voice echoed from within the bamboo grove. "My lord, please." The burly man immediately cleared the queue ahead of Xiao and his companions, allowing them to become the next in line. Xiao and the two women exchanged helpless smiles before proceeding forward. "Let's go," Xiao said softly, leading the way. "Word has it that the official overseeing this registration process has a notoriously bad temper. Let's hope these three are lucky enough," someone murmured outside the bamboo grove. Where's the registrar?" Upon entering the grove, they saw a pavilion surrounded by a lake. A round table equipped with writing tools stood at the center, but no one was in sight. Swish, swish. Suddenly, as the trio approached the pavilion, the lake water began to shift unnaturally. Roar! The water surged into a massive, ferocious serpent's head that roared menacingly at them. There was no trace of Do Qi within the creature. Instead, it emanated an overwhelming soul pressure, shaping matter with soul power. "This one is certainly a master," Xiao observed calmly, sensing the unique aura radiating from the serpent. Whoosh! Without hesitation, the serpent lunged at them. However, just before it could strike, an invisible wave of soul power from Xiao dissipated the serpent instantly. "Oh, interesting, little one." Noticing the event, an elderly figure with white hair emerged in the pavilion. He lay leisurely on a reclining chair, gently swaying. "Senior, we've come to register," Xiao said with a slight smile. "Fourth rank, immortal level, heaven-grade alchemist? Immortal realm soul? Boy, who is your master?" The old man abruptly stood from his chair, appearing before Xiao in an instant. "My teacher is Yao Lao," Xiao replied with a calm smile. Yao Lao. The old man seemed puzzled. Despite his vast knowledge, he had never heard of such a figure in the Eastern continent. Then again, this wasn't surprising, given that Yao Lao was still in the continent of Do Qi. However, for Xiao Yao Lao remained his sole mentor in alchemy, so his statement wasn't unfounded. "Well, Isn't that something? How could a fourth-rank immortal level, heaven-grade alchemist be so undervalued now? The white-haired elder muttered in frustration. Oh, senior, could it be that among the contestants this time, there's someone else? Xiao Yin asked casually at first, but quickly followed up with genuine curiosity. That guy is the direct disciple of the Alchemist Association's president. His alchemy skills should be on par with yours, but his soul power surpasses yours, the elder explained. All right, I'll register you quickly and send you on your way. This is just too disheartening, the elder grumbled, jotting down the registration details of Xiao Yin and his two companions before practically shooing them out. Are these kids all monsters? To have reached the pinnacle of fourth-rank immortal-level alchemists at such a young age. What face do old geezers like us, who have lived for hundreds of years and still can't reach that level, have left? The elder lamented in exasperation. Master, why did you summon me? If you have something to say it quickly. I'm still waiting to refine the pill from your last lecture, said a male and female pair who emerged slowly in the Alchemist Association's inner hall. You're just too stubborn, the Alchemist Association president sighed. A few days ago, someone came to the association to take the alchemist rank assessment. I wasn't here, so I had Tanshin handle it for me. It was a young fellow, about your age, but his soul power had already reached the mid-stage of the immortal realm Great Void. He successfully passed as a fourth-rank immortal-level alchemist. The president's tone carried a hint of deep concern. Who is he? I want to meet him. The woman's beautiful eyes flashed with hostility as she spoke. Tonight, I'll construct a soul channel for you to meet him, the president said without hesitation. With his immense power, he could easily facilitate a soul-level exchange between his prized disciple and Xiao Yin without anyone noticing. Thank you, master. No one can stop me from claiming the championship, the woman quipped with a confident smile. Beneath that confidence lay a soul power even more formidable than Xiao Yan's. After registering, Xiao Yin and his two companions parted ways and returned to their respective residences. Xiao Yin wasted no time retrieving the thunder explosion technique for practice. Although the thunder explosion technique was designed for cultivating with thunder element Do Qi, Xiao Yin substituted it with his fire element Do Qi. The explosive speed he achieved even shocked himself. After all, as the Valley Master had said, the thunder explosion technique was a movement Do skill, and its speed depended entirely on the practitioner's Do Qi. Xiao Yan's fire element Do Qi had been tempered and nourished by the sacred flame, which was far stronger than even a great heavenly seed. It was no surprise that he could unleash such extraordinary speed. With this movement Do skill, Xiao Yin knew he would be equally adept at both pursuit and escape in the future. I need more practice, Xiao Yin mused, satisfied with his progress as he repeated the thunder explosion technique's operational pathways. Gradually, his control over speed became increasingly refined. The night was serene. The thunder realm was unusually quiet, and even the stars were visible in the night sky. Are you ready? In the Alchemist Association's inner courtyard, a spacious area served as the stage for a significant event. A white-haired elder and a graceful woman appeared. Master, let's begin, the woman said softly, her eyes shimmering with a terrifying intensity. Very well, let us start. With a flick of his hand, the Alchemist Association president, a figure of immense strength and unparalleled soul power within the Thunder Realm, initiated a mystical process. The surrounding void trembled, and a dazzling soul fluctuation took shape. Before them, a spatial gate-like portal emerged in the air. Yunqi, step through, the president said indulgently to the woman. Yunqi, recognized as a genius within the Alchemist Association and the president's direct disciple, had reached the perfect two-star Do Xian stage. Her soul power was at the peak of the mid-stage Great Void Realm, just a step away from the late stage. Her exceptional talent was the envy of many. Understood, Yunqi replied. Her beautiful eyes glimmered briefly before she closed them. A radiant soul power surged from within her, flowing into the constructed soul channel and heading toward the Thunder Realm. Yunqi was also a contestant in the upcoming soul competition. However, after registration, she had left the Thunder Realm to focus on secluded cultivation in Thunder City, leading to this scene. What is this? In Xiao Yan's otherwise tranquil room, a surge of overwhelming soul power suddenly permeated the space. Not good. In the next moment, Xiao Yan's sacred flame heart throbbed violently out of instinct, as an overwhelming sense of threat slowly spread throughout the entire room. Your senses are sharp, but unfortunately, your strength is far too weak. A soft, ethereal voice echoed gently within Xiao Yan's quarters. This is the Thunder Realm. Acting so stealthily here is... Xiao Yan spoke in a low tone, but was fully aware that the intruder's soul had already enveloped the entire room. Any direct confrontation would likely end in disaster. I'm not interested in such matters. If you don't want to die, follow me. Without saying anything further, the powerful soul presence left behind a squirming rift in the space of Xiao Yan's room before stepping through it. Master this? Xiao Yan frowned at the sight. A soul pathway. Intriguing. Let's go. Since someone wants to meet you, there's no reason to back down. If this so-called opponent thinks they can simply threaten a disciple of the Devourer of Souls, they might find themselves facing complete annihilation today. The calm and supremely confident voice of the Devourer of Souls resonated from within Xiao Yan. This intruder is a soul force entity, and only soul forces can enter the soul pathway. Essentially, this is a direct battle of soul powers. The Devourer of Souls explained. Such immense soul power suggests someone has helped construct this pathway for them. This person is likely your greatest rival in the second stage of the soul competition. Hearing this, Xiao Yan immediately closed his eyes. With a soft exhale, his dazzling soul power gradually emerged from his body and poured into the squirming soul pathway. So, this is the soul pathway? Upon entering the mysterious space, Xiao Yan found it boundless, like an endless galaxy of stars, devoid of energy and seemingly free of danger, with an ancient and eternal stillness. You really do have guts, said a soft, milk-white beam of light that slowly formed into a graceful silhouette. It was clear she hadn't expected Xiao Yan to walk into such an encounter without hesitation. As the milky white figure materialized, an immense pressure descended on Xiao Yan, not only suppressing his soul force, but even overwhelming his dou qi. Why the rush? Xiao Yan responded calmly, having already discerned her identity. When he registered earlier, he had heard whispers about Yun Qi, suspecting she would be his toughest rival in the second stage. Meeting her now only confirmed it. You are a worthy opponent. And so, soul annihilation. Without further words, the milky white silhouette unleashed a radiant halo of light, surging toward Xiao Yan with overwhelming power. She was clearly aware that even if her master intervened, their presence couldn't remain hidden for long in the Thunder Realm. Her dazzling soul force transformed into a colossal hand, brimming with crushing energy, hurtling toward Xiao Yan. What a formidable attack! Xiao Yan marveled as the radiant light surged from her petite form, closing in with devastating speed and strength far beyond what an ordinary expert could muster. When did the Alchemist Association's president start going to such lengths for a mere junior? Just as Xiao Yan prepared to counter, a voice filled with crackling thunder echoed through the soul pathway. Duan Tianhong? At the same time, an aged voice emerged, tinged with disbelief and aloofness. The very ruler of the Eastern continent. How could he possibly appear for the sake of someone as insignificant as Xiao Yan? President of the Alchemist Association, Xiao Yan is, after all, part of your association. Acting in this manner is rather unreasonable. Moreover, Xiao Yan is under my protection. If you wish to harm him, I'm afraid you'll need to think twice. The thunderous voice carried an immense, oppressive aura that filled the soul pathway with an undeniable majesty. Very well. Let them resolve their differences in the second stage. The Alchemist Association president relented with a helpless shake of his head. With a wave of his hand, the soul pathway instantly dissipated. Master, was that? Xiao Yan asked as the soul space vanished. The president of the Alchemist Association, a figure whose strength and soul power are formidable yet who is fiercely protective of his prized disciple. After all, among the many participants in this second stage, you're the only one who can put pressure on these guys, Duan Tianhong's voice echoed leisurely in Xiao Yan's mind. Relax. Although Yun Qi has decent talent, you're not far behind. I'm looking forward to seeing your match, Duan Tianhong added before his voice gradually faded away. Yun Qi, huh? Xiao Yan nodded faintly. Regardless of how strong his opponent was, he wasn't about to give up the first-place reward in this second stage without a fight. Master, what just happened? In Thunder City, Yun Qi frowned and asked her master. Earlier, she had clearly launched a soul attack and was ready to confront Xiao Yan, only to be interrupted. Xiao Yan, no matter what, is still part of our Alchemist Association. Besides, his identity must be extraordinary to be so highly regarded by Duan Tianhong. The president of the Alchemist Association mused. Forget it. Rest well, the competition is about to begin, the master replied, dropping the subject. The night passed in silence, and soon it was the next day. Finally, the day of the second stage competition has arrived. Xiao Yan rose early, gathered the 3 women, and headed toward the competition grounds. Feier is here too? While escorting Yuren ran to Lu Qing's residence, Xiao Yan noticed Lu Qing chatting and laughing with Duan Qifei. Clearly, Duan Qifei had fully absorbed the reincarnation token with little apparent change, indicating that the reincarnator's awakening was still far off. Let's go together. I'm not participating in the soul competition, but I'm curious to see how soul powers clash, Duan Qifei said with a smile, her eyes glimmering with curiosity. Her days spent in Forged Blade Thunder Valley had left her eager for new experiences. This girl. Xiao Yan chuckled at Duan Qifei's carefree demeanor. Before long, the group of 4 arrived outside the bamboo grove. There are so few participants for the second stage? Xiao Yan remarked in surprise, observing the sparse crowd outside the bamboo grove. Compared to the tens of thousands who participated in the first stage's individual battles, this seemed minuscule. The first stage had been the largest competition Xiao Yan had ever seen, with nearly 100 arenas in use. In contrast, this soul competition was a small affair, with fewer than 1/10 of the participants. That person must be the strongest competitor in this soul competition, Duan Qifei said, gesturing toward a veiled figure at the front of the crowd. The Alchemist Association's Yun Qi and Hua Fei, huh? Xiao Yan smiled, eyeing the pair. For some reason, he felt a vague hostility toward the association's president and Yun Qi, while his impression of Hua Fei and Tan Cheng grew increasingly favorable. Xiao Yan. His strength seems to have improved yet again. Hua Fei noticed Xiao Yan and was about to greet him, but a glance from the veiled figure beside him made him reconsider. Welcome, everyone, to this stage of the competition. At that moment, a white-haired elder appeared and addressed the crowd of several dozen. A soul master from Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Lu Qing frowned at the elder, sensing a powerful and oppressive aura emanating from him. An immortal realm soul expert. This guy won't be easy to deal with, she muttered, causing the group to fall silent as they awaited the elder's announcement. Today marks the beginning of the second stage, the soul competition. I am Lei He, a soul master from Forged Blade Thunder Valley and the overseer of this competition, the elder announced, his commanding voice carrying a faint soul pressure that subdued many present. Senior Lei He, shall we begin the competition? Yun Qi, the veiled figure, spoke with a trace of impatience. Heh, the younger generation sure is in a hurry, Lei He chuckled. But before we begin, let me warn you all, soul competitions are perilous. If you lose your soul essence or even perish during the match, there will be no recourse. Think carefully before proceeding. This guy. The soul competition, is this dangerous? Maybe we should withdraw? Save our strength for the third stage. If we fail here, the consequences could be dire. Many competitors with soul power below the immortal realm hesitated, their voices tinged with fear. If you've made up your mind, then follow me. As soon as the words fell, a ripple-like wave of transparent white soul power gently spread out from Leihi's body, immediately enveloping his figure and forming a spatial passageway. Let's go. The next round should be a clash between the strong, Lu Qing said with a faint smile. Without a trace of fear, the 4 of them leaped directly into the passageway. What an enormous arena! The moment Xiao Yin and his group stepped into the spatial passage, a massive arena spanning thousands of meters came into view. The arena was completely sealed by dazzling soul power, forming a naturally sacred battleground. Clearly, this was the venue for the competition. The second stage of the soul competition is about to begin. All participants, step forward to draw lots. Those with soul power below the immortal realm, draw from the right. Those at the immortal realm or above, draw from the left. This round will consist of 2 battles, divided by soul power level. Those below the immortal realm will compete in one bracket, and those at the immortal realm or above in another. Each bracket will determine 5 finalists who will advance. Let's begin, Lei He's fervent voice echoed across the grand arena. So, it's finally starting? Xiao Yin smiled faintly, then separated from the 3 women and walked calmly to his designated side to draw lots. Yuren Ran and Lu Qing, whose soul power approached the immortal realm but hadn't reached it yet, naturally joined the right bracket to draw lots. As for Duan Qifei, she was merely there to spectate.